All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Sarabjit Kaur and with me is Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastav. The headlines. More than 90 Congress and independent MLAs loyal to Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot resign en masse to block Sachin Pilot's bid to CM's post. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to be on a 2-day visit to Gujarat beginning today. Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry to launch Swachh Toykathon, a unique competition to make toys from waste from today. National Testing Agency to declare Common University Entrance Test Postgraduate CUET PG results this afternoon. At least 7 people killed and 10 injured in road mishap in Kulu district of Himachal Pradesh. Security forces foil infiltration bid near LOC in Kupwara district of Jammu and Kashmir. 2 terrorists killed. Navratri 9-day-long festival to worship goddess Durga begins today. President Draupadi Murmu to inaugurate Mysuru Dasara festival in Karnataka. And in cricket, India beat Australia by 6 wickets in third and final T20 international to clinch the series 2-1. And now the news in detail. Congress government in Rajasthan has plunged into crisis as Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot filed his nomination for the party president's post. Last night, more than 90 Congress and independent MLAs belonging to Ashok Gehlot faction met Assembly Speaker C.P. Joshi and handed over their resignations. These MLAs are opposing the name of Sachin Pilot as the new Chief Minister of the state. Talking to the media, Cabinet Minister Pratap Singh Khachariawas claimed that 92 MLAs are with them. He said that there is resentment among the legislators. Without naming Sachin Pilot, Mr. Khachariawas said that legislators are against handing over power to any leader who rebelled earlier. He said the High Command can choose any of those MLAs as the Chief Minister.
राजस्थान कांग्रेस के विधायक कांग्रेस का विधायक दल अपने मन की बात सोनिया गांधी जी, राहुल गांधी जी, अशोक गहलोत जी, तमाम आला कमान को कह सकता है। सीएम बदलने की बात तो जब राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष बन जाएंगे मुख्यमंत्री अशोक गहलोत जी, उसके बाद होगी। आप पहले ही बदलना चाहते हो? आप राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष को बनने दीजिए। डेमोक्रेसी है कांग्रेस में और विधायक अपने बैठकर डिस्कस कर रहे हैं तो उसमें बुरा नहीं मानना चाहिए।
More details on this from our correspondent.
The Congress Legislature Party meeting was to be held at Chief Minister's residence yesterday evening. State in charge Ajay Maken and senior leader Mallikarjun Kharge had come as observers for this meeting. It was believed that a proposal to give right to the High Command to choose a new Chief Minister was to be passed in this meeting. But before the meeting started, MLAs and ministers started gathering at the residence of Urban Development Minister Shanti Dhariwal. By late evening, this number crossed 80. All the MLAs together reached at the residence of Speaker C.P. Joshi and handed over him their resignation. Late at night, these MLAs returned to their houses. On the other hand, the Congress legislature meeting to be held at Chief Minister's residence had finally been cancelled after being postponed twice. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be on a 2-day visit to Gujarat from today. During his visit, Mr. Shah is scheduled to attend a series of events and inaugurate a host of development work in Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar. A report.
On the first day of his visit, Mr. Shah will launch various developmental works in Ahmedabad, including the inauguration of a flyover on Aspiring Road, dedication of nearly 2,100 AWS homes, and laying the foundation stone for the beautification of Shakri Lake in Jodhpur area of the city. Mr. Shah will also lay the foundation stone of the 350-bed ESIC hospital in Sanand. This hospital will cater to the needs of migrant workers in the region. Later, he'll also address a farmers' rally near Sanand. The farmers from more than 100 villages of Nal Sarovar area are expected to attend the event. Aparna Khun, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry will launch Swachh Toykathon today, a unique competition to make toys from waste. The competition will be open to individuals and groups to bring forth innovation and toy designs using dry waste. It will focus on efficient designs that can be replicated at a larger scale, toys that comply with minimum safety standards. The competition will be hosted on MyGov's Innovate India portal. Centre for Creative Learning, IIT Gandhinagar, is the knowledge partner for the initiative. The National Action Plan for Toys 2020 was introduced to promote the Indian toy industry, including traditional handicrafts and handmade toys. The objective of the plan is to establish India as a global toy hub. The Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, along with 14 ministries of central government, is currently implementing various aspects of the National Action Plan for Toys. The National Testing Agency will declare the Common University Entrance Test Postgraduate CUET PG result today. In a tweet, UGC Chairman Professor M. Jagdish Kumar said the result will be announced by 4 p.m. The CUET PG has been conducted for admission in PG programs in the central universities. As many as 66 universities have adopted this entrance test for admissions in the academic session of 2022-23. Meanwhile, the UGC has instructed universities to create student-friendly portals for admission through CUET PG score.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked citizens to intensify Vocal for Local campaign on the occasion of Mahatma Gandhi's birth anniversary on the 2nd of October and the upcoming festive season. Addressing the nation in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio, Mr. Modi requested people to break all previous records of buying products of khadi, handloom or handicrafts this time.
बीते वर्षों से हमारे त्योहारों के साथ देश का एक नया संकल्प भी जुड़ गया है। आप सब जानते हैं ये संकल्प है वोकल फॉर लोकल का। अब हम त्योहारों की खुशी में अपने लोकल कारीगरों को, शिल्पकारों को और व्यापारियों को भी शामिल कर आने वाले 2 अक्टूबर को बापू की जयंती के मौके पर हमें इस अभियान को और तेज करने का संकल्प लेना है। खादी, हैंडलूम, हैंडीक्राफ्ट ये सारे प्रोडक्ट के साथ साथ लोकल सामान जरूर खरीदें। इस समय यह अभियान इसलिए भी खास है क्योंकि आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव के दौरान हम आत्मनिर्भर भारत का भी लक्ष्य लेकर चल रहे हैं। इसलिए मेरा आपसे निवेदन है कि इस बार खादी, हैंडलूम या हैंडीक्राफ्ट इस प्रोडक्ट को खरीदने के आप सारे रिकॉर्ड तोड़ दें।
The Prime Minister stated that the resolution of Vocal for Local has been associated with festivals. He stressed that local artisans, craftsmen and traders are included in the celebration of festivals. Mr. Modi expressed his disapproval over usage of polythene bags for packing and packaging during festivals. He said that the harmful litter of polythene on the festivals observing cleanliness is against the spirit of Indian festivals. He urged people to use only locally made non-plastic bags. In Morning Matters, now let us listen to a discussion on PM's Mann Ki Baat. The participants are Ashok Tandon, political analyst, and K.V. Prasad, journalist.
Prime Minister gave his customary Mann Ki Baat address over All India Radio. Tandon Saab preferred to see the big picture emerging from because he touched upon a lot of issues, the big points that you would like to highlight.
One of the major takeoffs the Prime Minister paid to Shahid Bhagat Singh and announced that the Chandigarh airport would be henceforth named as Shahid Bhagat Singh Airport. It is a huge tribute to a freedom fighter who perhaps could not get the rightful place in the history of India over the last 7 decades. And then he also paid glowing tributes to the memory of Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay, and whose birth anniversary falls on the 25th of September. And he said that Pandit Deendayal, he was a brilliant humanist, thinker and great son of the country. And he went on to recall his contribution and said that the more the youth of our country takes pride in the identity and honor of our great sons of India and daughters of India, more their original ideas and philosophies attract them. Now, these were the glowing tributes which the Prime Minister paid, and he said in that context he also talked about the unveiling of the statue of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose on the Kartavya Path in Delhi. And before I come to other points, the language, he said the language policy, the new education policy has specifically made a place for physically challenged, and he went on to talk about the national education policy also, which has maintained a fixed standard for the sign language. So a lot of importance Prime Minister gave to the sign language.
Sir, the Prime Minister never forgets to remind people how important vocal for local is and talked about the use of khadi again, which I think has been his hallmark because very often he visits this subject to remind people. It also is related to the issue of environment because when you turn to these khadi products and so on. So one issue, of course, was linked to health. He talked about the TB-Free India campaign and how students of medical college and others are going on this campaign to kind of encourage people keep a healthy lifestyle. I think that again is a very important issue that he raised around.
PM's emphasis on the TB-Free India campaign, whose basis is public participation, a sense of duty. And he said it is possible to cure TB with the right nutrition, with the right medicine, at the right time. And he urged people to adopt one TB patient and take a lead in ensuring a nutrition diet to them. He said he believes that with this power of public participation, India will definitely be free from TB by the year 2025. And he made an appeal. We should go for vocal for local. Let's buy the local projects. Khadi, handloom, handicraft. Whenever, we talk of giving gifts during the festival season, we should always remember vocal for local. And he said that very unfortunately, plastic bags are still being used to carry those gifts. He said, why not have bags made of jute, other material, and that will not only boost our domestic economy, but it will also help the environment.
Colonel Saab, one of the very messages that we'll remember for long, he reminded people that when he was interacting with the elected officials and mayors of cities and towns, how the issue of local communities and involving them in cleanliness should be taken up. And in this context, he remembered a team from Bangalore called Youth for Parivartan, who in the last 8 years, this team has been working on cleanliness and other community activities. And the simple motto is stop complaining and start acting. And the team has so far beautified some 370 places across the city. I think that's a great initiative, obviously encouraged by Clean India campaign that the Prime Minister launched very soon when he took over in 2014.
Should be made mass movements, like he always recalls Mahatma Gandhi's Quit India movement, and it could become a success only with the participation of people. And now we need to make all these campaigns as mass movements because the government agencies alone can't do all these things. As a matter of duty, people must participate in all these campaigns, and that is the beauty of these campaigns. That is why we have achieved great success in a large number of such campaigns which were initiated by the Prime Minister.
On those very high notes, thank you very much for taking part in this.
Thank you.
In Jammu and Kashmir, security forces have foiled an infiltration bid along the line of control LOC in Kupwara district. 2 terrorists were killed in the accident and a huge cache of arms and ammunition were also recovered yesterday. Police said the terrorists were trying to infiltrate the LOC near Tekrinar area of Machhil sector. Based on intelligence input of likely infiltration in Machhil sector of Kupwara district, troops were put on high alert and joint ambushes of police and the army were laid. 2 armed infiltrators were observed approaching the LOC near Tekrinar, taking advantage of bad weather. Both the infiltrators were challenged and engaged in a fierce firefight. Both the terrorists were eliminated. Security forces have also recovered a huge cache of arms and ammunition, including 2 AK-47 rifles, 6 AK magazines, 53 AK rounds, 4 hand grenades, 2 pistols, 2 pistol magazines and 35 pistol rounds. Pakistani currency notes were also recovered from the possession of the killed terrorists.
In Kargil, a Shukha mission in collaboration with LAHDC Kargil is organizing a 5-day free medical camp from today till the 30th of this month. 17 super specialist doctors from different departments of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, New Delhi, are participating in the camp at the newly constructed 300-bedded district hospital in Kargil. The camp aims at providing expert medical services to poor and needy people of Kargil. More from our Kargil correspondent.
Ashoka Mission, headed by Venerable Lama Lobsang, has been engaged in providing charitable medical care to the people of Ladakh. Under the initiative, Ashoka Mission also facilitates first specialty treatment at AIIMS in New Delhi to the patients suffering chronic diseases like cancer, neurological disorders, cardiological diseases. Needy people are also provided with free accommodation in the premises of Ashoka Mission in New Delhi. In the Kargil camp, focus is given on helping patients hailing from the remote areas of Ladakh or with economically weak background. Ashoka Mission has been organizing free annual medical camps in Ladakh with the help of super specialist doctors from AIIMS. In addition to the upcoming camp in Kargil, Ashoka Mission will also organize a week-long mega surgical camp in Leh from 9th of next month for knee and hip replacement and plastic surgeries. For AIR News, this is Anadali from Kargil, Union Territory of Ladakh.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. More than 90 Congress and independent MLAs loyal to Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot resign en masse to block Sachin Pilot's bid to CM's post. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to be on a 2-day visit to Gujarat beginning today. Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry to launch Swachh Toykathon, a unique competition to make toys from waste today. National Testing Agency to declare Common University Entrance Test Postgraduate CUET PG results this afternoon. At least 7 people killed and 10 injured in road mishap in Kulu district of Himachal Pradesh. Security forces foil infiltration bid near LOC in Kupwara district of Jammu and Kashmir. 2 terrorists killed. Navratri, 9-day-long festival to worship Goddess Durga, begins today. President Draupadi Murmu to inaugurate Mysuru Dasara festival in Karnataka. And Cricket India beat Australia by 6 wickets in the third and final T20 International to clinch their series 2-1. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
देश भर में धूम मचाए ज्ञान का ये उपहार मोबाइल पे आजादी क्वेस्ट आया आजादी का इतिहास डाउनलोड करे आजादी क्वेस्ट ये लो जीतो ढेरों इनाम मौका पाए जुड़ने का रेडियो और डीडी के साथ सिर्फ खेल नहीं उत्सव है आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव है आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव है
डाउनलोड करें आजादी क्वेस्ट ऐप और पाएं ढेरों इनाम।
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग हेतु संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर
8700014242।
In Himachal Pradesh, at least 7 people were killed and 10 others injured after a tourist vehicle rolled down from a cliff in the Gyagi area of Banjar Valley in Kulu district. The accident took place around 8:30 p.m. last night on NH 305. Talking to AIR News, Deputy Commissioner of Kulu district Ashutosh Garg said that 17 people were travelling in the vehicle, including the driver.
ये काफी अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट कल रात को जलोड़ी पास से बंजार की तरफ घ्यागी एक जगह है, वहां से ये ट्रैवलर जो है वो नीचे खाई में गिर गई और उसमें टोटल 17 पैसेंजर्स थे जो ट्रैवलर के अंदर थे, इंक्लूडिंग द ड्राइवर। तो उनमें से 7 की अनफॉर्चुनेटली डेथ हुई है और 10 जो है वो इंजर्ड हैं। जो 10 इंजर्ड हैं वो 10 सारे के सारे पेशेंट दे आर स्टेबल और वो सभी अभी रीजनल हॉस्पिटल कुल्लू में अंडर ट्रीटमेंट है। एंड रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन जो है बहुत स्विफ्टली शुरू करके रात को करीब 12 बजे तक रेस्क्यू कंप्लीट हो गया था, सबको वहां से ले आए थे हम लोग। एंड दे आर ऑल फ्रॉम डिफरेंट प्लेसेस, थोड़ा मिक्स्ड सा ग्रुप है, कुछ इसमें स्टूडेंट्स हैं, कुछ लोग इसमें वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स भी हैं, वन ऑफ देम इज अ डॉक्टर।
Navratri, the 9-day-long festival to worship Goddess Durga, begins today with religious fervour and gaiety. During Navratri, the 9 forms of Goddess Durga are worshipped. On the first day, Devi Durga is worshipped as Shailputri. In Jammu and Kashmir, the Mata Vaishno Devi shrine atop the Trikut Hills in Riyasi district of Jammu division is all decked up to welcome pilgrims arriving for the 9-day Navratri festival. Over 3 lakh pilgrims from across the country and abroad are expected to visit the shrine during the festival. In view of this, the Sri Mata Vaishno Devi Shrine Board putting in place all necessary arrangements including security to meet the heavy rush. The Shardiya Navratri, the biggest festival of Gujarat, begins today with great joy and fervour. A report on this from our correspondent.
From keeping fast, performing Havans Puja, to waking up in traditional attires like Chaniya Choli and Kediyu and swinging to the beats of Garba and Dandiya, Navratri is celebrated with a great enthusiasm by Gujaratis across the world. The Garbo, which is an earthen pot with holes, is lit and worshipped for 9 days during the festival. Cities of Gujarat are already adorned into a festive look. Every nukkad, society, shop, social club, party plot are decorated and illuminated with colourful lights. After the gap of almost 3 years, the party plots of the states are geared up to host the grand Navratri celebrations. Local markets are flooded with variety of colourful, attractive traditional dresses, oxidized jewellery and dandiya sticks. This year, following the state government's permission, cities will reverberate with the sound of music and dance till midnight. Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel will kick off the vibrant Navratri festival in Ahmedabad today. Aparna Khul, AR News, Ahmedabad.
Namastasya, 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 namo namaha.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted the Nari Shakti of Telangana on the auspicious occasion of Battukama. In a tweet, Mr. Modi hoped that this festival will deepen our connect with nature and interest in flowers. President Draupadi Murmu will visit Karnataka from today to 28th of this month. This will be her first visit to any state as the President of India. She will inaugurate the Mysuru Dasara festival at Chamundi Hills in Mysuru today. She will also attend the felicitation function Pora Samman organized by the Hubli-Dharwad Municipal Corporation at Hubli. She will inaugurate the new campus of the Indian Institute of Information Technology, Dharwad at Dharwad.
Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been proverbial storyteller for crores of people across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashvani ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through storytelling of All India Radio. In today's episode, we will bring you the story of Vocal for Local campaign, which aims to build a self-reliant India.
From an increased focus on Indian firms for public procurement to offering tax incentives to foreign and Indian companies for local manufacturing, the government has raised its Vocal for Local pitch. Vocal for Local has become the latest trending slogan which has emerged during the COVID-19 pandemic. The idea behind this movement finds its root in the Swadeshi movement, which was promoted by Mahatma Gandhi and popularized in 1905 during the Indian independence struggle. It was seen as a way to imbibe the feeling of nationalism and nationalistic pride among Indians. The aim of the Vocal for Local campaign is to promote local industries and consume local wherever possible, so that the long-term effects of an increase in demand can be used to develop the domestic industries and make them gradually self-reliant. Economic analyst Puneet Jain says the pitch of Vocal for Local will help in the upscaling of production and eventually make India a manufacturing center for the world, thereby aiding the country's aim to become a $5 trillion economy by 2025.
So government's campaign to boost manufacturing in India through its campaign Vocal for Local has actually many benefits. It generates a lot of employment within the country, and of course it helps us to manage our import and reduce our dependence on other economies. We need to develop local industry industries, the small and medium enterprises which employ a lot of people, they depend on local manufacturing, on local companies which sell goods and services within India. The main target, of course, is employment. It also helps to generate revenues within India, which will help us in managing the macroeconomic situation. If we have very strong domestic manufacturing base, then we are also able to export those goods and services to the other parts of the world to become a $5 trillion economy in 2 to 3 years.
Vocal for local gives unequivocal importance to the domestic industries and the small-scale shops and stores. This movement can also be seen as an impetus to boost demand and hence to throw a lifeline to the small and marginal domestic industries which are struggling to survive in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. If demand shifts in favor of domestic companies, then the advantage is threefold. First, it will reduce dependence on foreign products and cut down on the import pressure. Second, it will give a fighting chance to domestic companies to survive through the crisis period. Third, it will place India in a strategic position to emerge as the new manufacturing center of the world. Also, the slogan Vocal for Local does not only mean that the products should be made in India, but the promotion of those products should take place so as to make those products competitive. During his Independence Day address in 2020, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said, mindset of Free India should be Vocal for Local. He raised a clarion call to the citizens of Vocal for Local, one of the most potent slogans the country has heard in the last 50 years.
हम अपने लघु उद्योगों को सशक्त करेंगे, हम सब लोकल के लिए वोकल बनेंगे और हम ज्यादा इनोवेट करेंगे, एम्पावर करेंगे अपने युवाओं को, महिलाओं को, आदिवासियों, दिव्यांगों को, दलितों को, गरीबों को, गांव को, पिछड़ों को, हर किसी को आज भारत ने असाधारण गति से असंभव को संभव किया है। इसी इच्छा शक्ति, इसी लगन, इसी जज्बे के साथ प्रत्येक भारतीय को आगे बढ़ना है। 21वीं सदी का ये तीसरा दशक हमारे सपनों को पूरा करने का दशक होना चाहिए।
An extension of this slogan is Local for Global, that local products in India should have global appeal and reach. Come, let's make Vocal for Local our Jeevan Mantra and take our country to unprecedented heights during this Amrit Kaal.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said India will work with G20 members to address serious issues of debt, economic growth, food and energy security and environment. Dr. Jaishankar said this while addressing the 77th session of UN General Assembly in New York last night. India will assume the presidency of the G20 for 1 year from the 1st of December this year to the 30th of November next year.
Russia has backed India for becoming a permanent member of the UN Security Council. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said, Security Council will be more democratic if countries from Africa, Asia and Latin America are included. Addressing the 77th United Nations General Assembly in New York, Mr. Lavrov said India and Brazil in particular are key international actors and should be counted for permanent membership in the Council.
In cricket, India registered a thrilling 6-wicket victory over Australia in the third and final T20 Cricket International in Hyderabad last night to clinch the series 2-1. Put into bat first, the visitors posted 186 for 7 in the stipulated 20 overs. In reply, India overhauled the target for the loss of 4 wickets on the penultimate ball of the game. And now an overview of today's newspapers. At the end of the New York leg of his 11-day visit to the United States, India Bridge in Polarized World, Jaishankar at UN, is a prominent headline in the Hindustan Times. Jaipur cries his shadow over Congress President polls to stall pilot's CM plan. 90 Gehlot loyalists, MLAs submit resignation, informs the Indian Express. To control the fiscal obligation, FinMint to seek cap on food subsidy, states the Financial Times, as a tribute to the greatest freedom fighter, Chandigarh Airport to be named after Bhagat Singh, reports the Statesman. In a first sign language made part of curriculum, Modi, the statement finds front page coverage in the Times of India. And finally, with Mysuru Dasara set to be bigger, brighter and grander this year, Dasara back in full-on glory in the city of palaces, writes the Hindu.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. More than 90 Congress and independent MLAs loyal to Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot resign en masse to block Sachin Pilot's bid to CM's post. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to be on a 2-day visit to Gujarat beginning today. Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry to launch Swachh Toykathon, a unique competition to make toys from waste today. National Testing Agency to declare Common University Entrance Test Postgraduate CUET PG results this afternoon. At least 7 people killed and 10 injured in road mishap in Kulu district of Himachal Pradesh. Security forces foil infiltration bid near LOC in Kupwara district of Jammu and Kashmir. 2 terrorists killed. Navratri, 9-day-long festival to worship goddess Durga begins today. President Draupadi Murmu to inaugurate Mysuru Dasara festival in Karnataka. And in cricket, India beat Australia by 6 wickets in third and final T20 international to clinch the series 2-1. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.